beef, that's eggs, you got carrots, you got tomatoes.
Don't ban the
You
mud.
got everything in there, Bob.
Very good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Dan said don't ban before he gets back.
1877 cars for kids. Frickin' song is in my head. Hello, everybody.
Oh, that's nice of you. Trying to keep up the facade we have called marriage.
Yeah, so speaking of that facade,
We'll keep up our facade of marriage and happiness and true love.
you want to behind the scenes. So we got on to what do you have? One person on there? It says one.
Well, you see a lot more than one, right?
Yeah, that's weird. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what just happened as we're getting on. Danielle gets on her YouTube and I'm on the TikTok. And so she turns on her YouTube, and what pops up? My poem video. And so there it is playing, and I look at her. She's like, I don't have this pop up. I'm like, I don't know, but now you have to listen to it. You can't kill the algorithm. So she's listening to it. 10 seconds into it, she's like, what? How long is this damn thing? That's how much poem support I get from here at home.
He said, well, now you have to listen to it. And I said, well, how much longer is it going to be?
Do you even know what it's about?
A midlife crisis.
You have the title. Very good.
Yes, I was there when you first started writing it.
Okay, the coughing video. I'm getting freaking comments on other videos. I agree with the open cough, guys. It's a video. I'm having fun. Whatever she's doing, I'm just playing off it. I'm not a big advocate of all over the place. I sometimes forget to cover my mouth once in a while.
Excuse me?
Once in a while it happens. Normally, I'm in my elbow.
No, you wipe your nose on your elbow.
No, I cough into it.
He's such a liar. See,
I got a bad rap there.
See, you guys, you say, wonder why you humiliate your husband on social media because now he's getting it. For more people
I'm
than
getting
just
it now.
me.
Of course I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't just cough out in the air.
Just insecure of other people.
Germ spreader?
Yes,
You're
a host.
I'm a host?
You're a host.
I'm a host to the virus.
You're a host to all the virus. Fauci's going to come visit you. Fauci's going to give you a call. So y'all, when all else fails, I'm telling you right now,
Of course.
when
I am. I
when
use
all
it every day.
else fails, the secret is get yourself a platform and blast your husband on social media. That seems to help things. My kitchen's been a lot cleaner too since I put his shenanigans on there.
Nothing to do with the other. Nothing to do with the other. You think I look at your video and go, oh my God, I'm not going to eat cheese at night?
I think you look at that and go, shit,
I don't. When I'm eating cheese at night, I'm not even there.
Christina, do it. I'll follow you and give you support. Open room coffers, and by the way, there's many, many men. Have you taken a look under my steering wheel under a fine, thin microscope? Because your open sneezes and coughs are all over. It's a specimen of just gross bacteria and virus.
That may be said. There's visible viruses there, but did you see what your son did because you gave him the car to drive to Tahoe? Mm-hmm. There's that crap in there. You know that's going to go in and screw everything up.
I gotta clean it.
He right in the shifter. You know where you shift?
Shifter.
It's like he smashed up a bunch of Cheez-Its and just dumped the
you know what else I found
in
a shifter, and you know what else I found all over my car?
What?
Those little pouches you like to put in your mouth, and you do this all over my car.
Why? That's them. I told
that's
you not to lend them the car.
My son has more respect than that. That's
right. That's why there's Cheez-Its in the shifting gear.
Yeah, but why is there fucking pouches everywhere?
I didn't even know what you're talking about.
You do know. Your nicotine pouches.
I don't spit pouches out in the car.
Should I? Next video tomorrow is the pouch
Let's see that video.
It's all over our room right now as we speak. So no pouches. I'll show you pouches tomorrow.
Look,
cheers.
You get those stupid pouches and
cheers.
I take it out and I try and throw it into the cup. You know, I try and just hit it.
Wait, do I hear now truth coming out when you just deflect
and sometimes
and
they miss. But it's a big deal. They dry out, you pick them up and you throw them away. I mean, they're all in the same place. Not like
they're everywhere
areas.
in the car. Yes, you should. Hannah was in the car with me, and I will interview her for the video tomorrow too.
That's a lie.
Okay. All right.
I'm not guilty of dumping those.
You are. Let's check. Should I bring everybody in my room right now and show where everything is right now as we speak? All those pouches.
it'll just confirm what I've been saying. They'll all be right next to the red cup. That one might be stuck to something. Was it hit and stuck? But
and there's some in the vacuum. Why do you think that is?
the bathroom?
The vacuum.
I don't know. How do you know they're in the vacuum? Are you going through the vacuum bag?
Because I
You
see
open
them
it up,
on.
you go, ooh, what does Dan got that I can find? Maybe I can get a video
Mr.
of this.
Sherlock
Let me
Holmes.
Rip the vacuum
What
bag
I do
open.
is when I vacuum, I see them on the floor, so I vacuum them up instead of pick them up. There you have it.
Greg, I'm still on my first.
By the way, he's getting ready to have that Porsche traded in, and he's going to keep my car because he's damaged my car. It's horrible.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Look, this person trying to be funny.
Hi, Dan. There might be another Dan Salinger out there. Who
No,
knows?
they don't. There's just somebody being
I don't think
a
they would
smart
come
ass.
on.
By the way, I've been getting numerous messages about that other account going live with our recordings.
Okay. I mean, we just have to report it. Are they asking for money? I mean, I've got people send me stuff. So, but yeah, that's a great time. Be careful.
I actually have had a friend.
Can I just finish?
Also asking them for money, messaging
Okay.
them, and also saying, "Hey, by the way, I need money for Grandpa's medicines and stuff like that."
Yeah, we're never going to ask you for money. We're never going to message you, first of all, out of the blue. If you didn't message us first, we're not going to message you. We're never going to ask you for money. And some people sent me a thing. They're actually getting like text DMs that say, we're giving away $5,000. The Salingers are giving it away to somebody for a New Year, and they're probably going to ask you for some kind of money to get it or whatever. It's a scam. Those are all scams. All scams. So be careful. Go ahead now.
No, it's the same thing. Just recently, they're asking. They
That's,
message them, DM it, and they call them and tell me. Which fake shall we go after? Leslie, I think it's the DSal NorCal _4 that's going live, I believe. So Sally emailed me today and said that they went live again today. So they're starting. So I believe it's that same dude that went live before.
yeah, because it's a way to get followers, right? That's what they're doing. So we just need to report them. Eventually they take them down. I don't know why they spend all that time. I don't know how much money they're making, but if they're ripping people off, I don't know if people are sending the money or what have you, but the guy's spending a lot of time.
No, what happened was they think it was us, and then they're like, holy shit, they're realizing they catch on a little bit when we're not responding and nothing's matching up, that it's not us again.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's going to happen, but.
Hi, Jen.
Jake the Snake, if you sent the money, you should contact
Is it from
TikTok and you
From
should
Coffee?
report it. That you sent a scammer money as a result of this app. And hopefully they'll get on it and make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else.
Yeah, you guys just be aware.
I mean, it happens. It's not just us, right? I mean, the scams are out there. There's TikTok channels about these scammers, and they're there. I mean, I see them trying to scam me. I recognize it, and then I see all of a sudden the same damn offer. Oh, we're going to give away $5,000. You just need to send me, $500 to the FedEx guy or something like that.
Yeah.
Laz, I do cover the cough. I'm a cover the cough kind of guy.
He does, yeah.
CTC.
I will start
cover the cough.
recording it.
I'm
just to
cover the
see,
cough.
to show you guys.
You try that. So yeah, if what she's saying is correct, she should be able to get video of it.
I'll get plenty.
There'll be none.
I'll be plenty.
There'll be none.
Yes, I don't send Facebook requests.
Oh,
or
and I dealt with scammers in my other life. As a lawyer, I dealt with that, and they're usually from a different country. It's really hard to ever get anything back. You have to be really careful, and it's going to get worse with AI. So
Jake,
scams
it's
are
not
going to look
normally.
more and more real.
I'm always right, Jake. Do I have an Instagram? No, nothing that the only social media that I post on is TikTok.
Grandpa is eating dinner
And YouTube.
right now.
And YouTube.
He's eating a great salad that I made him with so much crap. And we had we went had spaghetti factory today. We met my mom, my sister, and Mark, and me and my dad. And my dad had a big pile of spaghetti. And
Did
now
he
he's
eat it all?
He ate it all. He downed it. He even ate bread. Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Built past 500 years ago. He asked today again. I took a video And in that video, I mentioned last time, there's somebody that lives up in BC that is actually volunteered to go to my uncle's grave, provide flowers, and take some video. And, you know, I looked at that when I got the email, and I was thinking about that. And then today, as I was filming my dad, he was asking about Bill. I came out, I said, Dad, one of your fans, one of your followers is going to go to the grave and put flowers there in your name. And you can watch the reaction when you see the video of my dad. He was actually thrilled. So
Really, Judy?
whoever that is, Jesse, I think, or whoever it is that sent that, it was a really sweet, kind thing to do.
I'm not a spaghetti factory person.
I'm not really either, but I do have a,
Hi, Bobby.
I'll show you what it
I'm
looks
good.
like. I don't eat big meals, so I'll show you. I got my spaghetti to go.
Yeah, Joanne likes the Spaghetti Factory, so that's where he went. Eugene, I was going to tell you the links in my bio. In my link tree, if you're friends with me, it's Salinger Law Group, and there's the link right there to take you to there to get the address.
Look at my dinner. Look at this. Right when we get off here, this is Spaghetti Factory.
That doesn't
if you
look
can't
good.
see, there's two
I don't
meatballs
even
here.
know how the hell you think that looks good. Okay, move.
It looks good. And it's gonna, oh, nice. It's gonna taste even better.
I hate Spaghetti Factory. I don't think it's good. I don't like it. Mm-mm.
Does Grandpa have dessert? Because he's getting down, he's gonna want dessert.
Well, I still have some of those cookies in my basket.
Okay.
Yes, I eat meat.
Just not the right kind of meat.
Not his meat, but I eat meat. Hi, Happy Dana.
Eat meat. I eat meat.
Yes, Amanda, he is eating
He's-
alone because
he's-
we're right here, so that would mean he's alone, yes.
Well,
Right
he's-
here, like 2 seconds away, like a little millimeter
Well, he
away
wasn't
from
alone a
us.
second ago because I was in there with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we talked about that at lunch today. I talked about the eating alone thing, and my family was cracking up because if you know my dad, they get it. Miriam, I am retired. I'm working through some of my old cases, and then I will have an extremely limited practice when I'm done with this.
Yes, Tom,
Extremely
I
limited,
was.
just enough to keep my secretary there, a kind of a break-even situation, just to keep her going
Did you
as
see
long as
that
she wants
face?
to stay. What? Did you guys, anybody get a chance to
Oh, Lord.
watch the poem?
Here we go to the poem.
So I posted a poem today, and this
Me
is,
too, Katie.
if you guys don't support me, I got nothing, because as we were getting on today, Danielle gets on her YouTube, and she turns on to go live, and my poem is playing, and she's like, what the hell is this? I said, well, that's about the poem I posted today.
Hello, Judy.
And I said, now that it's up, you have to listen to it because you'll screw up the algorithm if you get off early. So she's sitting there after about 10 seconds. She's like, how long is this damn thing gonna go? It's like a 50-second poem. She couldn't make it through 20 seconds of my poem. What a freaking nightmare. So if you guys get to go listen to it about 10 times to make up for my wife's lack of,
Oh,
won't even listen to it. I mean, it's incredible.
I can't. It's some poems I like and some poems I just
You
don't.
don't even listen to them.
I do, but this one is just a fuddy-duddy. I was been here through the
It's a
beginning of it.
fuddy-duddy.
I just didn't like it. It was blah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Other people might like it.
Well, there were a lot of people that did like it, just not
Emma thought it was lovely.
my wife, apparently.
It was lovely.
It was lovely, but you didn't like it. You just said, what'd you say it was?
A fuddy-duddy.
Fuddy-duddy.
There's some poems I'm like, God, that was good. And I give you compliments when they're deserved.
So that was not a good poem.
I didn't like it. See, Bobby even said it wasn't your best. Yeah, and Christine says, Christine Gray said, would you rather I lie to you? And say it was the best poem ever. I had a mini orgasm.
Duh.
I had a mini orgasm while listening to it.
Exactly. I mean, what does it hurt to say that?
Because it's not
Oh,
true.
So what? It makes somebody feel good.
You have other
Namely
people.
me.
You have other people that are gonna make you feel better.
I love them all, but I mean, my wife, when's this going to end?
A monkey
How
goes
long
to
is this
sleep.
damn thing? It's been 20 seconds already.
Well,
You're
'cause
wasting 20 seconds of my life.
I really
I'm like, 7
Would
hours.
you, okay,
creating it.
mister, let's put your
And you
words
can't
where your
take
mouth
20
is.
seconds.
When your daughter didn't have a good game, did you tell her she had a good game?
Yes.
No, you didn't. You liar. You lied. You were so pissed off you couldn't talk to her all the way home.
That's absolutely ridiculous. She was the one who didn't talk on the way home. She's competitive.
You didn't even finish watching the game. You sat in the car and asked me for updates. So, okay.
That's because of stress and anxiety. I got stress watching.
Anyhow, I
can't sit there and watch my daughter play.
His words are grander than what he does himself. He has the better words, but he doesn't put his own fucking verbal diarrhea to use.
I don't know what that means.
It means you are full of shit. If you don't like something, everybody knows you don't like something.
I can't help it.
I can't help it either.
Oh, and when you like something,
that was a great poem,
you
honey.
keep it to yourself every day. Dan coughed on my arm.
I'm going to
tell the world.
listen to it over and over again. It was so great.
Jennifer's coach.
It turns me on.
When Jennifer played
like
in college.
Donkey Kong. It is the best.
I'll just
poem
wait until this runs
ever.
out. The quarter has to run out soon.
You are the best poem writer. He's up. Get up, my master.
You get up. I was going to tell a story.
It's your father.
I mean, it's my life. She says that a lot, by the way, when the camera's not on. Yeah, it's not on.
You know what, by the way? I have been saying that a lot more lately. It's your dad, not mine. And guess what? If it was my parents, he would say the same thing. Oh, shit. You can't stand it. Well, guess what, tough ass males? You can have a choice to leave. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like me and my husband's relationship, but this is what it is. 26 years plus. When you need some advice, come to me. I'll help. Yeah, Salinger. It is. Hi, Hugh. Welcome. It's not a love-hate relationship. It's a love-annoyance relationship. We don't want to hear me. Well, I'm sorry, because you're stuck with that, because we just don't chill Grandpa for shits and giggles. Ooh, Chev, you're so tough with your words. Ooh.
I mean, I leave for 1 second, I come back, and you're fighting with the world?
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
The story. When she said, she's talking about watching my kids. I did have trouble watching my kids play sports because I played sports. And when you can't step out and do it, it's very difficult. And there was a good story that we had when my daughter was playing in college. And it was a close game. And Jennifer was sitting out. And I was pacing. And the coach went over to Jennifer and said, all right, I'm putting you back in. You please score a goal. Your dad is making me nervous pacing. All the way across the field, she spotted me pacing back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And you were the joke for a long time because you would, every time you started...
I'm always the joke.
You started pacing back and forth, so that she would tell Jennifer almost every time, can you hurry up and score? Your dad's making me nervous.
I felt better after Jennifer put one in the net.
And then he sat down.
Once she scored, I was happy and comfortable. But I did see a lot of that UC Merced campus during those games because when it was tough, I'd be walking around the campus, I'd be calling Danielle, what's the update, listening for the thing. Those were the good old days.
And sometimes I would be like, sorry, I can't hear you, click. Because he should have been watching. He was there. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Exactly. Fact remains, you're telling her to pretend to like your poem when you can't pretend to like something or enjoy something.
I enjoyed Jennifer's soccer probably more than anything else in the world.
Jennifer does not join. She's not a social media person.
So I did thoroughly enjoy watching that soccer.
Well, not when she was missing.
I was never hard on my kid. Are you giving out that impression? She had her own thing. She did fine. She was all American. She obviously had support.
Thanks, Beth.
And the right kind of support.
The real world, yeah. I used to take my watch off because it would tell me I was in high stress. I'm like, no shit, I'm in high stress.
My favorite soccer team it would be the U.S. national women's team. While Jennifer was playing, they were doing great. They kind of aged out a little bit last time, but
It is, Julianne. I mellowed down. I was more intense at the beginning than I was at the end, honestly. I learned to maintain my competitive nature with her really early on because she played competitive soccer since she was 8 years old. So we had like sports psychologists in there. And they told us one time, like 3 years after the fact, that you guys, they already know when they're doing bad. They don't need their parents lecturing them on what they did wrong. They know, so we just, I learned a long time ago to relax. Even, I kept it inside, I kept it inside. My watch was like, bitch, your bell, ready to explode. But I never showed her anymore.
right there. Drink them down.
Oh, yeah, the rest of the day went good, Laura. We went to nails, got the nails done and the toes did, and then we went out to Chipotle. Then I had to go get a new medication thing for Andrew because Andrew has to start 2 doses of pills, one in the morning, one at night. So yeah, he's starting his lisinopril double dose for his kidneys. So we'll see if his numbers come down a little bit. So, Big Little Michigan was my grandson's in-law store. Wow, Mary, that's cool. Happy Friday, Jazz and Kelly. How are ya? We don't do it that way. That's not what we do. We don't just bring Grandpa when everybody
You took
demands
his pills.
it.
I took my pills.
Yes. Andrew is the baby. I should actually get you one of those too, because one of those pills you should be taking twice a day too. And
That's correct. That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. See, all my sons are in the United States Marines. I didn't pay for nothing. They did it all their own and studied. They're traffic controller, and the others still studying. Good for them, Yolanda. Good for them.
That's awesome.
Beth, I got this from a follower. Actually, several followers sent me these. It was really cute. So one of them sent me 2, and then I got one in the mail. I had no idea. It was really cool. He was also trying to sell ball spray, not them, but that would have been all. So why y'all milk Grandpa? He's not a cow. He doesn't have udders, and he does not produce milk. So fact check before you ask about milking. Hello from Indiana. Unless I'm missing something. Does he have udders?
What?
Does Grandpa have udders?
What are you talking about? He's talking about money, right? That's what
no
he's talking
shit, Dan.
about. No, I don't think he has any udders.
I'm just making a joke out of the milking thing.
That was good. That was a good joke.
Does he have udders?
No.
Okay, so I'm not missing anything. He's not a cow, and he doesn't have any teats.
Nope. And it's not much more than cows make milk, right? It could be goat milk.
Well, no, that's a goat. That's not a cow. Goat milk is primarily from goats. Cows cannot produce goat milk.
Yeah, goat milk is primarily from goats. Oh, yeah.
And then Dan has to tell me that he was making fun of money.
It was good. It was like, all right, wait.
You want to bring that? Or you want to leave it here?
Huh?
You want to bring that or leave it here?
Where are we going?
Well, you're going to go sit down.
Right, Sally.
Right? You're going to,
Right.
You're going to
Really?
sit down?
Don't you think? I'm 49, almost 50, I think.
Put it in
It's 50.
Very good.
Beautiful, angry woman.
There.
Well, thank you.
There's a couch right over
Is
there.
is that a compliment? It's called the backhanded compliment, right? Angry? Who's angry?
Good dinner?
Put that on nice.
All right. Was it a
My
good
life.
dinner?
Have a drink on
Good
me.
dinner?
Oh, okay.
You shut her. Yeah. Well, Danielle.
Yeah.
He was talking about
it's
a-
cold out.
The money.
The heat is on. It's on the street.
Oh shit.
The heat is.
It goes chocolate milk. Now, what kind of cows do chocolate milk come from?
Chocolate cows.
Dan's getting his exercise today. I'm almost 50. You got a shit? I already did that a couple times today. Thank you.
Yeah. Sit down. There you go.
Let's see. Who's a lover? I ain't a lover.
Bum, bum, bum.
Earthquake was, but shook hard. Any more aftershocks, Sherry? Did you have any aftershocks?
From that big giant.
I said it was a big earthquake.
4.1 earthquake.
It wasn't 4.1.
I mean, that's not even. I've been in an earthquake like 100 times stronger than that. You know, each like point on the Richter scale from a 4.1 to a 4.2 is something like 10 times the.
You had an
power
anxiety, Erica. You did. Oh, I'm sorry. I hate them too.
It's Budweiser, Rob.
I really hate them too.
What? Earthquakes or my poems?
Both.
Did speaking of poems, you know, there's a new poem out there.
Oh God.
My wife won't listen to it, so I'm just dependent on the goodwill of all the good people that love to watch my dad and might, you know, take mercy on my poem.
Everybody's blaming the quake on your poem.
Well, possible. 6.7. That's a big quake. I heard it was 4.6, but
no,
thank you, Tammy. Tammy loved my new poem.
Where was it? In Chino, California. I was in a 6. Yeah, they were not today. It was in. We were in 7.9. No South Blanc. I haven't been in a wine mood lately.
Your uncle and aunt, Alan and Rick, were in the Northridge quake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Even Mother Nature disagrees with the answer.
What? What did you say? What the hell happened with the Ian Ziering scuffle? But he went at it with a couple of Hell's Angels, or what was? I swear he had an interaction with some bikers, but other than that, and he was happy to be alive. That's all I know about the interaction.
I got you.
But she was a big 90210 fan. Do you know who Ian Ziering is?
Here.
Do you know who Ian?
I love it. Ian Ziering, yes. Of course I know
what was
who
his name
Ian
on the show?
Shit. I can't.
I can't either. You know, none of those people went on to do anything.
What is Ian Ziering's?
Whatever happened to the main guy? I know Shannon Daugherty is the only name.
It was
and
not.
She went
was
on.
it Steve?
That's the only one I know.
I would never remember that.
Steve? I think it was Steve.
I don't remember that.
I
Not
think
Dylan. It wasn't Brandon or Dylan.
Brandon was the main guy, right?
Brandon was what's his face?
And he was in Tombstone. I mean, he did that.
Who?
Was
Yeah,
but I mean, it was the role was kind of ridiculous.
You're right.
Like, I don't like you. Like, okay, Brandon. Brandon. And that was before the whole. Now Brandon's known for something different.
Steve, you're right. I think it was.
It was Steve.
Shit.
And who was he? Was he dating the blonde one?
No.
Who was dating the blonde one?
Tori Spelling.
Fuck.
Brian Austin Green.
Brian Austin Green was the only one that was age appropriate in that. And then there was
Steve Sanders, I think.
Wandering.
Heather, that is funny.
Pop, what are you wandering around
Where's
for?
the bathroom? I don't want to go take a
This way, Pop.
I'm
Careful.
really
Watch your step.
Oh my God.
Can you scoot in a little
My
bit?
hand.
Watch your step, Pop, right through here.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Who's Luke? Luke Perry, 90210.
Step. And the bathroom's right there.
You know, Melrose Place was the older version of 90210.
It's on the left. Yeah, that's your room on the right. That's your room. That's the bathroom over there. Yep, that's the bathroom. Steve, Ian Ziering, and
Yeah, Emma, I get scared too. You know, like flooding and.
Steve probably did date everybody at one point.
He did.
He was the
guy who couldn't get any dates.
Who was the James Dean guy who passed away?
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah, Luke Perry.
Luke Perry, that was the name. You know, Brad Pitt or Johnny Depp. I mean, like before the trial, I would have said Brad Pitt. I mean, if I have to pick like an actor, I've got to go Moneyball over anything. Well, Johnny Depp's done. Like What's Eating Gilbert Grape was pretty good, but
he's a weirdo.
He's weird, but that's a tough one. That's a really good pair to ask. I might have to go with Johnny Depp after that. You know, the way he interacted with the lawyer in that on that trial, I was pretty impressed. A mega pint? Matt, we should have a shirt that says I'm 91. But he's going to be 92 like in a couple of months, so we'll have to change it to 92. Maybe we'll get one for 92, because I'm sure. And ironically, in another video that I did, I don't think I posted it yet, but I said, you're 91. And normally his response is, I'm 91. And this particular time, he's like, yeah, I know I'm up there, but whatever he was interested in. So I'm up there. That's the way he described it.
Erica, a hard mental day. I've had those
Who's
a lot.
more romantic? I'm the only one with any romance.
Erica, I'm
it's
sorry.
Like 100%
I'm gonna need
to
a
zero.
moment to get back to you on the mental day because we got Mr. Delusions over here. Romance. Coming up and grabbing my crotch is not a romantic gesture. Is that what you're describing as romance?
Well, that's not what I was thinking of. No.
Okay, what in the fucking world are you describing yourself as romantic? In what ways possible
Well, when I
is
make
there
a
romance?
candlelight dinner and I have soft music playing and I read you the poem that I wrote for you.
When do you do that?
And I feed you the dinner that I spent all day preparing.
And when
and
have
it's
you
delicious.
done that? Are you dreaming?
No.
Are you alive?
What are you talking about?
Are we
You
alive?
don't remember?
Oh my God, this guy.
I mean, that's what we're dealing
Oh.
with. She's got some memory issues because we have those romantic nights.
He's hallucinating. I was just checking to see if I was still here, if this was a dream.
I would sit and read poems for her for hours and hours, but she can't even take 20 seconds.
I sleep.
Look how blunt you are. You know, that what was James Blunt? That's his name, right? That sang Monsters. Wow. What a powerful song that is.
Why are we talking about that again?
Because someone said, I love how blunt you are. And I thought,
That has nothing to do with James Bond.
it's the same name, Blunt, right? So,
Oh, shit.
what was that?
That was my foot.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, just so you know, Dan has never made me a candlelight dinner.
I have made
Nor
you
does he
candlelight dinners.
ever play soft music or has ever lit candles for me. Every time I light a candle, he blows it out. So, there you have it. What are you going to
Selective
lie
memory.
to your friends about now?
Selective memory.
A win. In 19...
No, I mean, you know what
23
I
in the
remember,
past.
like I'm remembering clearly the candle,
What candle?
2 candles,
Where?
and it was right here.
No.
And I made the fajitas,
You are higher
and
than a
I
bat.
not only did I
flying
make
in the
them,
sky,
but I
circling
made your
the light
individual
lamp.
fajitas. I put the chicken on, I put
Oh
the
my God.
tomatoes on, I put a little bit of rice on, I put some salsa, I put it all on there for you and had it made up.
Definitely
beautifully.
too much
I
fun.
even warmed the tortilla
That's-
before I gave it to
That's
you.
the problem with
I mean,
Dan.
that's love. If you warm someone's tortilla, you know
Did
that
I?
there's something going on.
Do I eat a tortilla? And if you knew anything about me,
Everything
you would
okay?
know I don't eat a
Everything's fine,
tortilla.
Pop. Careful, careful, careful. All right. You already had dessert, Pop.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh,
Couch right over there.
what's that?
There's the couch right over there.
I see the cat, yeah.
No, couch, not the cat. The couch.
So,
The couch. The couch.
y'all can believe what you want to believe, but take it from this face. There has never been a candlelight dinner.
Yeah.
Dinner done or fajitas made for me to eat, nor has he ever fed me from his hands,
The cat has.
nor has he ever done anything whatsoever like that. So, hit casino. You're buying? What are you buying, Jerry? I need at least $500 for the casino.
Yeah, you just sit right over here on the.
Yes. So all of those people who think Dan is he is a great man. Like, I love him. I wouldn't trade him for anybody else in the world. But I love him. What's his lung legend?
It's a little peanut butter taste in there, Dad.
Vagina. That's it.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. That's true.
That's love language for Dan. I don't have to do anything but just, you know. Sorry. That is plain and simple.
I've seen your face.
I don't need to do anything else. I don't even have to say a word. I just have to take off the clothes. That's love. Is Dan well hung? Like a bull. His balls are bigger than the local bull's balls over here in Wilton. You should see his horns too. Go ahead, Dan.
Someone asked you if you thought that I sing good. You want to
No.
answer that?
No.
No, Danielle gives me credit for nothing. I sing like horrifically. My poems are boring. I get credit for nothing. Nothing.
But do we know he's manscaped, Sarah? But do we know? Honey, that's called assumptions. Don't make the same mistake the trolls do. I like a big, burly, hairy man. I just like to spritz.
You'll learn about that in the next Manscaped commercial. The next commercial is going to be called Grooming Tip. I'm just telling you right now, grooming tip. Grooming tip. I'm going to move on to something else. So grooming tips will be the next. The promo code is DSAL20. You can get manscaped.com.
You don't want to see that either, red lady.
Pick out a nice package.
You don't want to see
and use DSAL20 and you'll get 20% off and free shipping.
You don't ever
groom
want
the tip.
to see the dance either. Unless you want a good chuckle. Now, if you want a good chuckle, then you have Dan dance the night away. You want to dance for people?
I mean, you were so jealous. We would go out
Dan
and I would dance because I enjoyed it. I got into it. I could boogie.
Dan has a fro.
The
fro is actually not as fro-felicious as it used to be.
Dance.
He used to be fro-felicious, but the fro-felicious loses fro as you age. But now it's just a gentle tickle in the nether regions when you fornicate.
Anyone figures that out, send me an email and tell me what the hell she meant, please. Because I don't have time to go into it right now. I could dance. I could dance if I want to. We could leave.
I can't. Tara, I'm trying to like it up. Because that was Fly Like an Eagle said Dan's fro was a no-no. And I said,
too much information.
Dan's fro.
I don't even know what fro I don't know what you're talking about.
The crotch fro. Really? God, you're missing the big ones tonight.
What are you talking about?
You're fro-felicious. You used to be fro-felicious, and now you're just a little fro-less because as you age, you lose hair down in the nether regions. But it tickles. I had a little tickle the other day, and we need to do a little trim. I didn't like the tickle where the tickle was at. The fro also straightens out, so they're not as, it's not like a tight little curl anymore. It's a little wavy lock that just kind of gives a little tickle in areas you don't really want.
The Moscow murders, are you referring to people falling out of windows? That's been happening for a long time.
Tease there.
Thank you guys for the follows. They're appreciated. I'm supposed to ask like every 15 minutes, but I forget. If you like the content, please follow. Tickle talk. That's good, Murphy. That was good. I didn't know what the hell she's talking about, but honestly, I thought she was saying like as you age, the hairs become like harder and sharper and stiffer, so it's like stabbing you with a knife, which is very much like, some woman who shaved and then like 2 days later, it's literally it's like a bunch of knives sticking out ready to get you. I remember those days. And they're sharp as hell.
Diane, it's almost like the curl gets a relaxer in it, so it's it's just a frolicky lock that just hangs lower than it used to. It used to be tight, the curl. Now it just hangs down and it's a lock that kind of curves at the end and just tickles in just not the right spot. It's a wave. It's like a beach wave in your ass. Oh, shitballs. Next time you guys are doing your beach waves, think of me. You're welcome. We need to. Yeah. I knew, Jake, if you were on, you would like that. I would never wax them. I do not want a smooth 8-year-old. I like my men to have some.
Your men? You like your men to have something? How many men do you have? I'm curious. Those we've been married for 26 years. Where are the men?
Tickles in your throat. No.
I love men.
No, I don't. Next time, who beach waves their hair? Not no more.
You never know what you're gonna walk into on here, Joe. You never know.
I like my men hairy. I don't like the tickle, but I do like a little hair. I don't like it bare. That's not me. Sorry, it's true. He's not bare, so we don't have to worry about that. How old is Dan? He's 50. How old are you? 56?
Oh, the Moscow, Idaho murders. Thank Dakota. It was god awful. The guy who went in and stalked those people and went in and killed those 4 college kids or 3 college
It was
kids.
Flying Eagle's fault.
It's god awful, but he'll get the chair or the chamber or whatever. I know she's men. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a slip or what. Brooke, I was criminal law.
You was?
Oh, Gary, that's totally. We should be pushing that. Shower with friends, save water. You know, absolutely. I'm always an advocate for the double shower because water is an important resource, and that requires
I'm
people
shaven
to share
until
the
proven
shower.
guilty.
I saw the guy who jumped the judge. I was looking for more on that. Like, what happened? That dude just got completely clucked. I can tell you that because he wasn't going anywhere for life, right? I mean, the judge, he was asking for a short sentence. The judge is going to slap him with some kind of prison.
Yes,
but after that,
beans.
attacking a judge in the courtroom, that dude's he's not going to be around.
He tries to get
gone for a long time.
He tries to get in my shower with me, and I said, "There's one head per person."
Mary, I saw that video, and man, he flew right over that. I mean, he must have had a vertical leap to get over. I don't even know if the judge got away or what happened, but all I know is that dude's screwed as far as ever getting out of prison.
I don't want anything tickling my starfish.
She was hurt bad. I mean, if she's hurt, then he's really screwed.
Do I have a drinking problem? Yes, I do.
I did not know she
I
was
need
hurt.
help.
Minor injuries. I wouldn't even be talking about if it was a serious injury. I mean, I know there were injuries, but no one went to the hospital, I'm assuming. Punched her 3 times. Oh, it's a felony. Yeah, it's a felony. I mean, it's a very serious felony with a bunch of enhancements.
Yes, exactly. The glass empties too quick. I do have a problem, y'all. I'm heading to AA tomorrow morning, and I won't see you for a good 6 weeks.
It depends on her injuries, how long he'll get. I mean, if she broke a bone or went to the hospital or had any kind of procedure, he's going to be in big. I mean, he's screwed, right? I don't know what kind of an idiot jumps a judge at your own sentencing. You know, if you're not facing a life sentence, you must be some kind of stupid to do that.
Do we have anything else to do in our life? No.
You're back to work next week.
We like to drink all day long and sit and talk to people on social media.
Not only, you know, I feel for the judge. I've seen defense attorneys get clocked right there, you know, by their clients.
Liam, my ass was angry with the tickle. It was clenching the whole time. I couldn't think of anything else. Dan thought I was, you know, orgasming. Origamis.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm tired of the judge already. I'm on a new conversation.
I thought you were what?
Don't worry about it.
Well, he's not going to get an insanity plea. I mean, you know, when a judge tells you I'm going to give you a long sentence and you attack the judge, that's showing that you have the competency to understand what the hell's going on.
Happy
right
birthday
there.
back.
I don't have any thoughts on Gypsy Rose. I mean, I've heard the name, but
Yeah, I just
I
heard
don't know what the hell
today.
it is,
She
really.
was held hostage by her mom or something.
I'm not familiar with it, but I'd love to know.
Thanks you, Eula. Thanks you. Thanks you.
Thanks, Sheila. That's a very kind comment. Thank you so much.
I'm Judge Judy. I can be. I would be. I would make a good Judge Judy. Oh, I want to do that job.
That would be scary.
Do I have to be a lawyer?
Is it?
What?
I'm not talking on the subject. I'm
Oh,
not going
once?
in.
For once?
I'm not going in.
For once, you're
No,
not.
I'm
you're
just
not
done.
going to take a bite.
I'm not going in.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I don't.
No,
I have to say
Jessica,
What I thought when
I'm
I think of
almost-
Judge Judy. What?
I love Judge Judy.
Oh God, I can't stand her.
I would love to play her role.
I cannot stand her.
I would do a good job.
She is.
Pontiac, I don't know. It's one of the biggest things that everybody calls me. I get stupid messages from people, call me drunk, call me all
What
sorts
are
of
you
things.
eating while you're on here?
An olive.
I don't know why you eat on here.
Why do you
I don't like when people eat on their
Why do you
lives.
burp on here?
Because I have to burp. I have no
You
choice.
can
I
walk
could
away.
do this,
Uh-huh.
but I'd rather burp and blow it on you.
Yeah, and that's rude. It's kind of like your open
But
room
it's-
cough
but it's
and your open
entertaining.
room sneeze.
But it's entertaining,
It's not entertaining. It just shows how disrespectful that is.
which is entertaining.
No. Find disrespect differently, like I do when I wrestle you for your stupid ass shit that you do around my house.
Now we got Judge Judy fans on here.
I love Judge Judy.
Who the hell is she? Taylor Swift or something?
I love Judge Judy. I think she's a badass bitch. That's why, because she's a strong ass woman and she has power. People don't like women in power. People don't like women who say, fuck you, I don't give a shit, case closed, you're out. She's a boss. That just goes to show you men don't like strong ass women and weak ass women don't like strong ass women. Interesting, don't you think? Power to the people. She's too harsh because she's real. She isn't sugarcoat.
She's not real.
She doesn't
She's
sugarcoat.
as fake as frickin' Charlie Brown.
She does not sugarcoat.
She's
People
fake. It's
hate-
all fake. I've had people, my clients have gotten things to go on her show. It's all bullshit entertainment.
Yes.
If you want to see real, watch that judge. He's got cancer now. Nepal. I don't even know what his name is, but he's you go into his court and it's usually traffic court. And the dude dismisses people's cases. He's just a genuinely sweet guy. He makes, he helps people. He's a wonderful guy. Yeah, Frank.
Yes.
Judge Caprio. I mean, compare and contrast that thing over there, Judy and Caprio, who's a real judge. Judy was a real judge, but she's not, the show's not real. It's a fake show.
No shit.
Right? But Judge Caprio, that's his real courtroom. I believe. I could be wrong. But I believe that's his real courtroom, and he's just a sweet guy. I mean, it's a total divergence, and I'll take that guy over that person. It has nothing to do with gender.
I just think people have a hard time with strong ass women. They want a fucking pussy ass woman who succumbs to everybody's every need, sugarcoats everything as weak. That's what most people want. And people don't like the women who are so outspoken.
Judge Judy was a real judge, but the show was not real. No, there's some great women judges. Are you kidding me?
Powerful women people hate with a passion.
That's absolutely not true. I think the very first female justice,
Beth, I'll be your bitch.
O'Connor, was absolutely respected by everybody. Judge Judy's now a mediator. I'll bet she's a good mediator because she just take the deal. Take the deal. And people are just going to be sucked into taking it.
Yeah, it pisses me
Beth,
off.
I agree. I don't like that kind of. Why be that way to people? It's just not nice.
People
Be
aren't
nice.
nice. People
Be
aren't
nice.
nice. People are liars, cheats, thieves, and manipulators.
All people are. That's
Yes. And so
You can
if
still
they
be nice.
no, you don't. Why should you be
Because
nice?
everyone's
to
that
somebody
way. Every
It
human
doesn't
being's
matter.
flawed.
If you get what you deserve.
All right. Well, if you deserve Judge Judy, good luck.
There you have it.
I wouldn't go on the show. I mean, if I did, it would be ugly. No, who do you think you are, lady? This is a TV show. Dan, you're right. Danielle, you're right. It's hilarious. I love social media.
Just saying.
She's you can take the strong ass out of it, and just that's what she is.
No, she's not just a bitch. She's a strong ass bitch. She's a very opinionated woman. Why do you think Joy Behar gets the same rap? Because she's opinionated. People don't like opinionated women and women who are strong. People hate her. Do you know how many mad, bitchy messages I get all the time? I hope you're not related to Joy Behar. Okay? And if I was, who fucking cares?
Well, we just have different definitions of strength, I guess. I don't think being a bitch is being strong. I think that's being I think that's kind of weak. I think it's, you know,
No,
you affect people much with a much greater.
There's a difference. You're using bitch in a different. I'm saying
I'm saying Judge Judy is not the way I would be a judge. I would not handle people that way. I don't think it's productive. I don't think it accomplishes the goal you want to accomplish. I just don't. It's not my style. Whether you're a man or a woman, I don't care.
I don't know. I think she just has a bad rap because I think people don't like her.
Being married to her. Not for a second.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, do you really think she's like that at home?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
It's a show.
Yeah.
It's a fake show, and that's her persona on that show. But I'll bet she was pretty much like that as a judge too, and that I don't like. When you're handed power, you need to use that power with a lot of temperament, right? You can't just be blatantly roll over people. Well, I'm right, you're wrong, and you're going away. You have to go get beyond your own insecurities, your own flaws, your own prejudices, and hand out. You're going to mete out justice in a way that's fair and in a way that doesn't
she's not obedient.
ruin. Make it so that person's life's over. They're never going to come out and be able to contribute to society again.
I don't know. I think she's funny. I get a kick out of Judge Judy. She doesn't affect me. I think she's funny as hell.
I think she's
funny.
incredibly successful and smart.
And she's a smart woman.
Created
she's a
rich
powerhouse,
woman.
And people hate women powerhouses.
Again, I don't think.
I think it's very sexist. I disagree with you on that. I think people form their opinions based on.
Thank you, Santa Claus.
Based on women and their power and their confidence and their securities. I believe it. Sorry, I'm not going to change. Stubborn.
I think that Judge Joe Brown is, kind of like he's a male version of Judge Judy, but that's pretty
grape juice,
pretty standard and typical. Judge Brown, it's all entertainment, right? It's not what you're going to see if you go into a courthouse, but it's all entertainment.
I do too. Special K, because you know what? When I see her, I think of. I see myself. Yeah, that's her handle name. I see myself in Judge Judy, and so I just giggle. I think she's funny. I think, God, could you imagine me up there? Idiot, get him off the stand. Moron, stupid, waste of time, waste of space, out of here. When you have facts.
It's great, but it's great for TV, but it's not effective in real justice.
Get the hell off of my platform. I don't know.
What, you farted out loud in court?
Dan is soft. He's a softie. Nah, I'm not. I don't put up with bullshit. Liar.
I could not do the job of a
liar.
Judge, if just as far as judging people,
liar.
I would probably be a softie because I know that,
his nails
anybody,
Dan, you do need to cut your nails.
If you're not talking about violent crimes or stuff where it's inhumane or a normal human being wouldn't engage in it, everyone's flawed, right, to a point. So I would be extremely forgiving as a judge because people are freaking flawed, including myself.
We're all flawed.
Some flaws are worse than others.
Open room coughing.
Okay, well, that's not a flaw that I would put someone in jail for.
I would put you in jail for open room coughing. I find you in contempt of open room coughing. Your wife has told you many times to stop doing it. It's rude. It's disrespectful. Take them away, bailiff.
Where are you?
You tired, Dad?
This way.
Yeah, are you
I'm
tired?
Sorry. I also like Joy Behar.
Yeah, are you tired?
I think she's funny.
I'm going to be.
All right,
wonder
come
why.
on.
Pretty soon I want to know where to go.
I'll show you.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi. I also like
Right
Whoopi.
through here. Careful.
Whoopi's a little softer though.
Careful.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get you changed, Bob.
Just wondering where to go.
Right over here.
Oh, there's a sign up. That's good.
I don't need a jury. I can handle judge and jury duty. Thank you. I love Joy Behar. Again, people are offended by her. Number one,
because they don't like politics, which who gives a hoot about what anybody believes politically. I'm talking about all politics aside. She's a strong, opinionated woman that people don't like. Just saying. Hands down, that's the only thing people don't like. And that's why I get a lot of trolls too, because I say what's on my mind. I don't sugarcoat things, and people don't like that. They find that too much. I don't give a shit. Not anymore. And Roseanne Barr, that's another woman I loved. Says it like it is. Sometimes not perfect, and she gets in trouble for it, but she speaks her mind. I don't really care, Beth. You're right. I've learned I used to care too much. I used to care what people thought of me. I used to worry. I used to make myself sick over it. Why? For what purpose? Why did I care what people thought of me? I should have been more worried about myself and fixing the flaws that I had that I needed to fix myself and be happy. And to me, it was an insecurity. So now I don't give a shit. You can like me, love me, or don't. That choice is yours. But you will not disrespect me. I will have the control over that. 281 on YouTube. That's a little smitten with you. So I think it's because, Dawn, I do so much for him, honestly. Do you get therapy? For what? Why do I need therapy? No, sugarcoat stuff. And I used to sugarcoat things all the time. I used to be afraid to say what I wanted to say. And now I don't give a shit. Because if you're asking me my opinion, I'm going to give it to you whether you like it or not. I think so too, Jan. I think as I've gotten older, I don't care. I have enough friends as it is, so if I lose a couple along the way, I am not worried about it. I don't have time. Roseanne has always told the truth. Someone has to counteract this. Dan's a big soft, hated bugs. And as he's gotten older, he's become more soft, and I hate it. I hate it. I really do. Because I've gotten the opposite way. It's impulsive. No, I'm not impulsive at all. I'm not impulsive. I'd much rather be the way I am now than I was before. Yeah, sure, because they're not used to the new you. That's why. That's why. Hello, so I'm good and I agree, but I woke up at 4 a.m. and discovered you disturbing the shrubbery in my garden. I wouldn't put up with it. Don't do it. Huh? Michelle, I'm glad you did too. Thank you. You're going to the casino a lot. I am. And if I am, what's it matter to you? I mean, honestly, it's nobody's business what I do and why I do it. What time is it there? It is 5:53. Yeah, Sona, I just don't care. I have enemies who started as friends. Snakes in the grass. There's always snakes in the grass. I've got some too. And some of them are in my close circle that I've had to stomp and put out. Maybe he's just gotten softer because of family circumstances. No, I think he's just mellowed out in life. I think he's mellowed out in life.
It's true.
Why is honesty considered crazy? I don't know. I think honesty is just very threatening to people. I think honesty is just very threatening to people. Yes, Ed goes to bed at 6.
Why is honesty threatening?
People are very threatened by honesty and being real. They want the fantasy. They want to pretend. Well, you ain't getting pretending here.
What are you talking about? I think people love real.
No, a lot of people, I should say, a select few people hate real. It bugs them because they're insecure with themselves. You're passive aggressive. I am not passive aggressive. You are being passive aggressive with that comment. Think about that. Reflect. He does not sleep all night. No.
Even close to sleeping.
Patty, I would hate to think you're judging Joy Behar just on her political thoughts and beliefs, because a lot of people just do that, and I don't tolerate that either.
I'm just kind of working through my last cases that I have, and I'll continue to practice on a very limited basis, so I can keep my secretary employed as long as she wants to. She's like 68. She's dealing with issues in her life, so. And she's helping her family. So as long, we do a couple trusts a month or whatever, just to hit break even. That's what I'm doing with that, because there's other people involved. that are not have a new life on social media. So
Dan gets up with Grandpa mostly in the middle of the night because he's up himself, and I typically deal the morning time.
I enjoy some, like I love going to court. I love interacting with other lawyers and judges and prosecutors. A lot of it that I don't like. So, and it was very stressful, and it was health reasons that got me out. Because even if 80% of everything is great, you have 80% of your clients are wonderful and the cases are going great. The other 10 or 20% can overwhelm you. They can overshadow all of the time and stress for 90% of your caseload in one or two cases. Go ahead.
Go get a water. I'll be right back.
Get a what?
A water.
Okay.
Do you want anything while I'm up?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Criminal law. We cannot do a meet and greet with my dad because it's not fair to my dad, and we don't know what condition he's in on any particular day, so we can't, honestly and in good faith, say, hey, we're going to meet and greet. Come meet my dad. I don't know. I think he's not good that day. It's not going to happen.
It's just not fair to him because to put him in a room with complete strangers would not be the smartest thing to do.
He interacts a lot with people in the public, and a lot of people recognize him. And he interacts. He doesn't realize that they're fans of his. He just interacts because that's the way he is. He's social, and he talks to them. He asks them the same questions you hear him ask Hannah. If they're younger, are you in school? What are you doing? He's really good at interacting with people, but I just can't commit. He's not me, right? I could commit. Danielle could commit, but when you're filming somebody else, you just can't assume they're going to be okay with that or in the right state of mind to do that.
A lot of people, Tina, don't want to hear the truth, and that's just the true fact of it all.
Rob, we always get my secretary something for Christmas.
Dawn, I run every day.
Oh, you're in Bakersfield, just down 99.
Jake.
Thank you so much, user. I appreciate that.
Sir, I wouldn't put him in a room with people right now anyway, just because of the flu and all that stuff. Now's not the time. But I still wouldn't put him in a group. I wouldn't do that just because.
I would have no problem doing it if at the moment he was fine, right? But you can't plan that stuff out. There are times when he's great, and there's times when he comes on these lives and he interacts with people and he's looking at the comments. He might even read a couple of comments. Oh, they're from where are they from there? But you never know how he's going to be from moment to moment.
And you can see that he's pretty much not really been on the lives lately at all because it's him. He's not interested. He's tired.
If he's not into it and he's not open to it, it's not something we force him to endure.
And why would we?
Thanks.
Go.
Marie, I watch a lot of other dementia channels. I watch, not only dementia, I watch caregivers of all kinds, sisters who are taking care of their brothers with Down syndrome. A married couple who's including the Down syndrome brother in their life, and exposing him to their kids and letting him play a father role, and a mother with a son who's got cancer. He's 22. He's had stage 4 cancer at 19, and I love those family stories. Josh Pett with Bob and Betty are amazing, and Gretchen.
He's not a hugger, no.
With Norbert, I watch a lot of.
Did I do that? I didn't even notice. I do it so much.
Christy Zach's in Colorado. If he's watching, he'll probably speak up.
What do you think the percentage of people?
I watch Mary Chris.
What do you think the percentage of people that come here for Grandpa? Just Grandpa. What do you think?
Maybe 3/4. I'd say 3/4 of the people. Grandpa obviously is, blew the channel up, and I don't know how many people came for him. Maybe more like 90%. But I think probably if we stopped filming Grandpa, we'd probably retain 25-30% of the audience. I think a lot of people would continue, but it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. He's such an icon. He really is. He's one in I can't even say a million, 1 in 100 million. I mean,
Yeah,
he's just a unique
Kim,
guy.
Kim, I agree with you. I don't think it's as many as it was at first because I think people have grown to love us exactly equally.
Okay, it could be 90%. It could be 99. Thanks, guys.
They won't Grandpa, but yet they stay
I'm
here.
drinking Budweiser.
That makes sense. Oh, yeah. And no, I don't think I'm the main character. Does the song say that? No. I'm a main character when it's my channel and I'm on a live myself on my channel. Then yes, I consider myself the main person. That makes sense, right? And it shows
I can't read the name.
if you look at the numbers, you'll see. You know, Grandpa's not here.
I'm not Danielle's father.
We came for the dogs. Now that I can understand. They are really cute. That's a condescending thing to say. Why, Tony? I don't find that condescending at all. Dan's teeth are real underneath. Yes.
I love social media.
My nose has been pierced for like 8 years.
I think 90% of the people are here for my poetry. Actually, I don't think anybody came for Grandpa. They're here waiting. You know, every day they get up and they check TikTok. Did Dan do a new poem? Did Dan do a new poem? Holy shit, he got a poem. That's why everybody keeps coming back.
You guys used Grandpa and tried to make yourself popular.
Yes,
Bobby,
yes,
if
we
we
did.
could predict that,
We use Grandpa to make ourselves popular.
we are one of the smartest creators on the
We
planet.
knew.
We knew
Let's
this
bring
would
Grandpa
happen.
in to live with us because I'm sure that he'll make us popular on TikTok. I'm pretty
Do
sure.
y'all ever think about what you say before you write it?
It happened. It bugs
happened.
you. It seems to bug you.
It does
some
bug people.
But it happened, right? Thank you, Grandpa. As much as it bugs you, it happened, right? So it is what it is. Get your own father.
Yeah, stop using him, you stealers and thieves. Ugh.
Favorite
Mark
cases.
and why are you assuming Mark's always mad? It's such an ugly assumption for everybody. I mean, I get so defended.
Mark's always mad.
There are a lot of people. Somebody just said, "Why is Mark always mad?" Why?
That's Mark. I mean, he's not mad.
But why are they assuming? Assumptions make an ass out of you. Stop assuming things.
Because they see 30 seconds here.
It doesn't matter. But that's the problem with the world is people assume the worst in people. They don't get other people's personalities and their subtleties and their
Mark's
humor.
past his stone, so he's.
You guys gotta stop assuming. It's so ugly.
Mark's quite happy.
Golly. Those are assumptions. Why is Mark always mad? Do you know him?
My dad actually he lost a sister when he was a teenager. He lost his older sister, and he has Bill, who passed, who was his younger brother, and he has a living sister. His youngest sister, who's about 10 years older, is alive and well.
And you shouldn't expect
And
the
watches
worst
the
from
channel.
everybody. It's so stupid. Why put yourselves out in public? Oh, we do it so people can be assholes.
I don't respond like that. So I put myself in public because I enjoy doing it.
We enjoy
the
doing
comments.
it.
I enjoy them. My wife takes a little issue with them. I kind of think they're funny.
Get your own father.
I don't know if Michigan or Washington is kind of like, I don't know. To Dos Coyotes does have to go.
Yes. You too can rent Ed for a day.
My favorite movie probably Forrest Gump. Saving Private Ryan, Rocky 2. I have a wide range of
the idiots.
movies I like.
That's all they are. I have fun with the idiots. Dan thinks I'm getting mad, and the idiots think that I'm mad about it. I just think they're idiots. That's all. And I just try to point out their idiosities because they're so stupid. They don't reflect.
And I find it funny and find the humor in it. So we handle it differently. I enjoy some of the comments. Yes, Grandpa definitely made the channel user. Thank you for pointing that out.
God, another one. Like,
why does it bother you?
Because it's so like.
Why does that bother you?
Because they think they're like, ooh, I'm gonna get them with this.
This is number 2, but it's almost done.
Shaving Dan's privates. Oh, shitballs.
How you doing, Trinidad? Grandpa is an incredibly classy and
Bertha,
dignified
I
man.
get you.
He is very sweet. Viking, the force is strong with me. I can feel my father in the other room.
You could.
Yeah, I'm going to send him a message
Pat,
to get up and go to the bathroom. Dad, I'm going to send him a message.
You probably wouldn't like the fur babies after
yeah,
about 2
yeah,
hours because they are crazy and it smelled like grapes. I mean, olives. It smelled like olives.
John,
Does
we
Ed
have
say it?
Andrew,
Yes,
Hannah,
Saint
and
Randy
Jennifer with
has.
3 kids.
But I'm not going to share that because that's not fair to Ed.
Do you guys know how to change an HDMI?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just take it out and you put it in another one.
Oh, Dan reads the coughing comments. I'm sure he's been on there laughing.
I mean, you have to understand. I agree with the coughing, right? It's a video. I'm playing, of course. I
You do?
agree. You don't cough.
This is the limoncello is my favorite LaCroix. The limoncello is my favorite one, but this is my second favorite. Is the coconut? Yeah, I know. I have a drinking problem with LaCroix. You're right. So intense, you guys. I need to go to AA for my LaCroix water, y'all. Next stop, LaCroix, AA. Beer Burt's bring it up again. And
Well, I have to get a beer to have a beer burp.
Ethan, how do you think that's even like a smart thing to write? I don't understand. How old are you, Ethan?
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
The key lime? It's all right. It's all right. It's not my favorite. Limoncello is my ultimate fave. And then the coconut. That's pretty much all I buy unless I buy it from Costco or some stuff.
The false teeth were fucking expensive.
I watch this story.
I think we did something. I think we made some kind of thing and made a video or something to help. But they were expensive, but the guy did a spectacular job.
The ears? The ears? I don't see the ears. You see the ears? That's
The ears?
that's
What are you
Coco.
talking about?
No, Coco's hi, baby.
Oh, the cocoa.
Somebody
That's
sees
the
your ears
cocoa.
in the background.
Yeah.
The only ears like that are from the.
And here she is. She knew we were talking about her and she couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
She had to come over.
Somebody, yeah, I burped in my shirt though to make a point. Yeah.
Good point. Excellent point.
What?
You burp. And you don't always burp in your shirt.
I just did it
Just
multiple
now
times.
because you're on your best behavior, but normally you're bleh, like right out all over the. I mean, it's worse than a cough.
No.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a level of spittle I walk into every day.
Tom, I still deal with the firms. Just very late at night to go to bed. Hear the beautiful song? I mean, I've heard that for that's years old. But I was just listening to James Blunt because people turned me on to the Monster song, which is very moving. It's a great song. It's an amazing song, and so when you listen to Surrey by
Gotcha.
James
Me
Blunt.
too.
So now all sorts of James Blunt songs are showing up on my
Especially
every time I
because
listen to music.
he hates farting, so
Oh,
I
thank
like
you
to.
for the follow.
I like
forgot
to-
ask
I
for
like
a
to-
follow.
I like to
If you like the content,
I
the
like
follow,
to spread
appreciate
my fecal matter throughout the room.
it. That you do. What kind of story would you like?
It is. A sneeze spittle is worse than a cough spittle because when he sneezes, the veracity at which his sneezes come out and the spittle comes out, they're like pellets to your freaking face. It's like,
I think
ow!
my kids, Andrew and Hannah, like the TikToks. They like being in the TikToks. Jennifer is just an angry person. I think she's more like her mom, but she's.
Why do you feed? See, most of you get that he pokes me in this
I can't
way.
poke. I mean,
No, you can poke, but
you rip on
people,
me,
I
like,
know, but people don't
without
see.
mercy.
But people don't see the way you poke.
Well, that was. The
I'm
point.
trying to poke the poke and trying to show that you also poke me, but people just love you more because you're a softie and because you don't say it like it is unless you're really pissed off.
I don't say it like it is.
You don't say it like it is. You're
I say it exactly like it is.
no, you don't. You're
just
a little
without
kitty cat.
anger.
You're a little kitty cat.
I'm not a kitty cat.
You're a kitty cat.
Grandpa is in bed right back there.
I'm calling you rude, and Dan's calling his daughter angry.
Scott,
That's a poke.
We call each other out on camera,
Get
but
it.
not about issues that are important. If you look at the issues that we fight about, you know,
we make fun
coughing,
of our issues.
Eating at the night, you know, it's not like we sit there and bag on, you know, you really hurt me when you,
Hold on, Tootie.
you know, said something to my sister, or you really hurt me when you did this or that. We don't
This
get
is-
into real deep issues, right?
Can I explain this? Like I said it this morning, the poking that we do, I'm trying to normalize the husband and wife banter that people have every day, right? That is just a stupid argument and banter we have every day.
These are not big
They're not
issues.
real issues. I would never put a real issue on there
Well,
that
they're
we
real,
fight about.
but
They're
they're
real,
not
but
big.
they're I'm trying to normalize
Things that
stupid. It's
lots of
stupid.
people go through.
It's stupid banter. I'm trying to normalize those things.
Every
This
marriage,
is
you've
us.
got your own crap.
And people are like, oh, they're headed for divorce once grandpa dies. No. Let me
How did
tell
I
you,
propose?
there were things that were worse that were ready for
Thanks,
divorce
Tom.
years ago, not stupid open room cough burps.
I proposed to her in an Italian restaurant called Vince's on New Year's Eve, and it was a packed house, like, you know, it's where people came to dance, and I shushed everybody like at 11:55. The whole frickin' restaurant was watching, right?
You
And I
cussed.
got everybody's attention, and I got down on a knee and I did the whole thing.
Bantering is
pretty
good,
nuts.
and
And then
people don't
Danielle
get
said
it.
something. Her answer was,
You dork.
that was her answer in front of the whole people. Okay, is that a yes or a no? So that's what I got. I got the same response as like I could have written her a poem, and I got the same response. Lunatic, yeah, we discussed a meet and greet earlier. We can't do, we could not commit to do that with my dad
It's
because
refreshing.
it's not fair to him to
Welcome
put
to
him
the
under that kind of
normalizing
public
the
pressure
stupid
or
banter
expose him to
married
people
couples.
not knowing how he's going to be.
Meditation. I can't meditate. I have ADHD. It doesn't work for me.
Kristen, I've been writing poems. I think the first 5 posts I did on here were poems. So I've been doing poems long before I took Grandpa in. I've been writing poems for about 15 years now, since I was like 40.
She's a wiso. Well, smart one, Michael. You caught on really quick.
Not much surprises me.
Michael,
Marty,
it's
DJ,
called sarcasm, and that's how I
Thank you,
get through.
Lydia.
That's how I get through my life.
Andrew's hunting,
Hunting.
Tom. He's hunting.
Because, you know, relationships, when you've been in them a long time, they are monotonous and they get very daunting and tiring, and you do banter over the stupid shit. I'm trying to say we do it too, and we make light of it. That's what those videos are for. He's laughing in the background, he's enjoying it, and he knows I post them. It's not like I'm doing anything behind his back.
Yeah, those videos are just fun, right? That's all they are. Yeah, I'm barely awake in
Bye,
the
Dean.
morning. And I'm more thinking, when she's doing that to me, I'm not thinking, you know, about I'm getting attacked for leaving a cheese wrapper out. I'm thinking, is this good content? Because I'm so you know, so
And
early
we
in the
laughed the
morning, I'm
other
half
day
asleep,
because I
and I'm
posted.
going, you're gonna post this?
I
crap?
posted a video the other day, right? It was
I'm
yesterday,
not
and
gonna do it.
he said, "Why are you posting that? That's stupid. Nobody's gonna care about that. There was nothing that happened, and it got almost 200,000 views within 24 hours.
You never know.
You just never know."
My sister went to UCLA.
Elizabeth.
2 of my nephews went to UCLA.
No, Dan doesn't cry or suck his thumb, Richard. After I'm done with him. Mm-mm.
I cry a lot.
No, not by our filming of your banter.
No. I cry, you know, listening to songs, watching sentimental videos. I cry at the frickin'
Emily,
reunion
every
videos,
day
you
we
know,
do.
when people come home from the military and they see their kids. That stuff gets me. In fact, what was the movie we saw, The Dog's Life? Instead of called The Dog's Life. The frickin' dog dies 5 times in the movie. And I couldn't even watch the movie because I'm just sitting there sniveling and she's laughing, sitting next to me. We didn't watch the movie. I can feel her face looking at me. Every time a dog's about to die, I see her head turn over so she can make fun of me. And yeah, I bawled every fucking time the dog died. I lost it. That's the way I am. What was that movie with
The whale.
Jennifer Aniston and that dog that dies at the end?
Yeah, Marley.
Marley. I read the book, right? Marley and Me, and And I couldn't even read the last chapter because I knew it was coming. You know, right when he saw, I went downstairs to sleep with him because he couldn't make it up the stairs. I just stopped reading.
But every
And I
time he
don't
watches
watch the
it,
end
he
of that
cries.
movie.
I always just
I
watch
don't
him.
watch the. I start crying long before it happens because I know it's coming.
Oh, thanks, Max.
Like I could never watch Old Yeller.
Thanks, that's sweet.
The same dog died. It was reincarnated 5 times.
And
I'm bawling every time it dies.
It just
I'm
just
like,
distracts
that's
me.
horrible.
It just distracts me from crying because I watch him.
It's,
I mean, I cry too. If Dan's not there, I cry, but he makes me giggle because he's such a funny crier. He's such a funny crier. All of a sudden you'll be sitting there and you hear this, and I'm like, what the
it's
hell?
not anything like it sounds like. You try and hold it in as long as you can, right? And then sometimes it slips out. It just happens.
I can't. And it just makes me
If
giggle.
you don't cry at that movie, you're a heinous human being. That's all I have to say. If you don't cry in It's a Dog's Life once, you probably shouldn't be on this planet. You probably should be locked up somewhere. You're a sociopath or something. Because how can you not? How can you not?
I cry, and
And when that damn dog, when he discovered that it was the dog, his own dog.
It was with Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, at the end, I'm like, fuck, that could be my first dog. I mean, I'm starting thinking, is Baxter my first dog? It was horrific.
I can't. He makes me giggle. I can't.
I love it. I think
telling
that
you.
crying is one of the best, and that's something I didn't do till I was in my 40s too.
I felt bad today because you were crying over something. I can't remember what you were crying over, and I turned around and I bitched at you for something, and then I saw you were crying, and I was like, God damn, I feel bad. I interrupted your cry.
It was a fucking TikTok. It was a fucking TikTok. I don't know what it was.
And I went to turn around and bitch at him for something, and I was like, damn it.
I got hit the other day listening to Monsters for the first time, like about 2 weeks ago, and I'm driving home from lunch, and I play the song, and I've got my dad in the front seat. He can't hear a damn thing, so I'm listening to the song, and I am just bawling. I mean, it is not even funny. And my dad is sitting right next to me saying things like, do you know, it's amazing you know where we are. There's so much traffic here. And I'm kind of looking away. I don't want him to see. And I'm wiping my face, and he's just babbling about whatever the hell he sees.
Good night, Jan. I can't.
It is a very sad song. It is an amazing song.
It's not pretty. And if you ever look at, think about, if you think about yourself, there's moments that I'm crying. Like when I listened to Monster the first time and I was outside and I literally was cleaning up dog poop and I dropped the shit. I was like, oh my God, snot was barreling out of my mouth. Like when I think about how I looked in my head, it's funny. It is almost comical. It is comical.
Monsters by James Blunt. Yeah, it was rough, and I cannot get through Danielle is going to do a video of me watching that song, where and the whole thing in the video will be me trying not to cry.
I cleared my sinuses.
And and I've listened to it a bunch of times. I don't know what will happen, but I'm going to try and make it through. But I doubt that I can.
Kath, I'm glad.
I mean, I also cry at songs like "Take It Easy on Me" by Adele, or "Someone Like You." Beautiful stuff gets me. I don't know why. And as I got older too, absolutely. Not when I was younger. My dad's position was, damn.
God.
My dad said, I don't ever let anybody see me cry. My dad's opposite of me. He won't let anybody see him cry because he cries. He says, but this is 20 years ago, but he cries, but he does it on his own. That's his generation. Doesn't bother me. I think it's Cats in the Cradle can get me too.
I can just imagine the sounds that were coming because I've had those sounds and it's literally makes me giggle after I think about it.
John Denver might get me, Rocky Mountain High is pretty good. He was born the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before.
I cried like a baby at the end of Whale. God, it was horrible. I looked at him in tears. I looked at him and after because he wanted to watch a movie and I knew Dan. And so sometimes I'm like, I'm not in the mood to watch a sad movie. You just want something upbeat.
Terry Jacks.
And I was pissed because I didn't want to watch it. And then he gave me this guilt trip, so I watched it with him. And then at the end, I was like, this is a great fucking movie, as tears are streaming down my face.
Well, the
yeah,
whale?
you can't sing on YouTube is very particular. Yeah.
The whale?
Oh, sorry, B.
Colorado Rock Mountain.
Again, YouTube is very.
I'm mixing up the words.
I know, but you can't.
Might think you see a reindeer in the sky. Sit around the campfire.
Okay, Dan, if I get another violation, I've gotten violations from you singing before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I mean, people even know what that is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The movie was The Whale that she's talking about. That did destroy us too, which was a really good movie, by the way.
Does Dan cry when you say goodnight and close your door every night? He sucks his thumb when I leave him, Jerry. I give him a kiss on the cheek.
No one will ever know. I might sit there in the dark and go, I miss her.
You came upstairs last night. Why?
Did I come upstairs?
Yes, you did. He doesn't walk upstairs very often. And he came upstairs and I was asleep. And what did you say?
I don't remember.
I don't remember what you said either. But I was like, Dan, I just fell asleep. And you were like, all right, I was just checking to see what was going on up here.
I think I was going up to try and bring a dog in or something.
He was pissed off because all the animals.
My dog cries when Dan sings.
For a crime scene in the kitchen. Ugh, be nothing. I just clean it up, as I always do.
Tell them why we sleep in separate rooms.
Viper, I sleep in a separate room because Dan doesn't sleep and neither does Grandpa. And so if they both don't sleep,
I don't
somebody
sleep
needs
at
to
all now because I used to sleep more because sometimes she would get up and deal with them. But now it's just me down there.
Because he's up anyway. So some of us, somebody needed to sleep and it was going to be me. He thinks he's a good singer. Honestly. Thank you. I've had this thing forever. I forget I have it until somebody says something, or I pick my nose, think it's a booger, and it's like my back of my stud. Yeah. Anyway, we don't eat until after. I had some of your videos are mandatory to subscribe. None of our videos should be mandatory to subscribe. There's no videos that we post that are subscriber only. Not here. Mm-mm. B, shh, don't wake up your family. Ed will not investigate that racket because he can't hear it. Am I a pilot? Yes. Did you know you're not allowed to smoke on TikTok? Yes. Well, who's smoking?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, I have a subscriber live, but I'm banned from that account because I was talking about Sister Wives. Why don't I get up during the night? I do get up. I hear him. I mean, it's not like
sometimes she does, and in the morning, like this morning, I heard you dealing with him. I was dealing with him an hour before you were, by the way. He was in the movie room. He went through in the movie room, and today, so we heard one of the exterior door alarms go off today, and so, and Danielle's like, "Was that?" I was sitting
on the toilet. I was trying to poop, and Dan, I was like, the alarm just sounded. Dan's like, no, I don't think that. I said, Dan, the alarm just went off. Somebody is outside. Can you go check? And Dan was doing something, and I said, Dan, I'm telling you. So then he gets up, and guess what?
Grandpa, not only did he go outside, but he went down and he hauled the garbage can up from the thing, which I'm just thinking to myself, wow, thank God he didn't fall.
Because I was talking about it.
But Grandpa hauled the damn garbage can up. He's amazing. And I'm always so worried. I don't even let him walk alone, walk down any stairs alone. And he made it out and frickin' brought the garbage can back. He wants to help. He's an amazing guy. He wants to help.
No, my poop didn't set off an alarm, but
JD, he usually can't get outside because we keep the garage door shut. But
I had just come home.
One of either her or Andrew or something.
No, me and Hannah just got home, and I was going to go back out, and so I left the garage open, but I had to come home and poop, and then I was going to go out. So in that time of 10 minutes, he made a
good
mistake.
things to do in Sacramento. We got decent restaurants. If you like sushi, you got McCooney's. You have the River. You have the Delta. You have Old Sac. You have Midtown. There's a lot of things to do in Sac. If you live around here, and if you live in Sac, you're 2 hours from the San Francisco, you're 2 hours from Lake Tahoe, you're 2 hours from Yosemite, you're an hour and a half from Napa.
No,
there's a lot to do in Sacramento.
Hi, Hecka.
What's for dinner? He has spaghetti from lunch. I had a late
Zach,
lunch.
UC Davis, Sac State are close by.
Hannah and I had Chipotle, which we got free, by the way, today.
Where they screw up your order?
They made a mistake, and then they wanted to charge me, and she was like, never mind.
Funny, I know, I saw that you were there in Find a Phone. I know, it wasn't in Chipotle, but I knew it was in the same shopping center. It just wasn't exact. I'm well, they're probably Chipotle.
It wasn't diarrhea. It was a
You went to
straight
Sacramento City
solid.
College?
Too solid. It hurt.
We've gone to
fishing,
Shasta
yes.
Lake. We've been on houseboats on Shasta Lake. Moneymaker, I see you. I see you.
Why did we choose Elk Grove? Because it was close to Sac State and McGeorge School of Law.
That's why we chose. Yeah, and it was cheap at the time. We got remember that first apartment, Terracina. It was a brand new apartment. We went in and had the brand new paint smell. It was when we first moved in.
Nice.
My
It was
dad
like
is
fully
asleep.
finished.
We're not far from Sac State. I went to McGeorge, Zach, which is University Pacific.
A lot of people. So I needed to tell them the truth. Thank you, Lisa. Did he ever understand that he had or was developing dementia? Probably not. He doesn't. He didn't. No.
Someone said California is there's nothing good about California, right? There's nothing good. It's terrible. I assume that's a political statement because California is known to be the left, but you got to realize there's more Republicans or right-wing people in California than any other state in the union. So when you dump California, you're also dumping a lot of people that you might be politically aligned with, because there's more Republicans in California.
Everybody wants to make everything
than
about
any
politics.
other,
It's
than
really
any other
sad.
state.
Who cares what one?
No, I'm just saying, California is not just, we're
High
millions
taxes
and millions of
sucks,
people.
yes.
We're nothing.
Do you ever tell Grandpa that it's his house? Hell no, Jay.
I say it's our house a lot. Grandpa usually wants to ferret out whose it is, right? So he'll ask, well, is it yours? Do I own the house or do you own the house?
But when he thinks it's his house, guess what? He wants to
California
put
is
rules on us.
expensive as all fuck.
Yeah.
No question about
Oh,
it.
you cussed again. Shame on you.
Did I say fine?
Yeah, you said.
The manager of the house. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, he kicks us out and he fights me. So until I tell him it's my house, then he backs down and he actually listens to me.
Thanks for
sometimes.
the follow, Celeste. It's appreciated.
I don't know BLT because we got a lot of shit going on here.
I know we have to make more links and stuff. We don't do this really efficiently because obviously
I have links on my page.
I more concentrate on the content. That's really what I concentrate on. And other outside things like writing the ads for the.
But everything
the
else,
ads
I
that
have a
we do.
link tree on all my accounts, so it gives all the information you need.
Tony, I'm sure we'll.
Is Hannah moving home? She will move home. Maybe it depends on where she gets into school. Yeah. Thanks, Becky. I just got them done today with Hannah Banana. Dan doesn't know anything about Gypsy Rose.
A lot of
nor
people
do
have
I.
asked, but I'm
It's
not
a thing
familiar with
today. It's really big right now. Is
26
Grandpa able
years.
to make his own sandwich? No.
No, he probably could. He probably could if he had to, but we don't like Grandpa walking around in the kitchen because
Thank you,
we have mats there and Grandpa drags his feet and there's counters and there's things that he could fall on and hit his head. So we keep barriers to keep him out of the kitchen. But, if he was hungry, Grandpa can do a lot more than people think. I mean, he could probably, I'll bet you, if he didn't fall and we were gone for 3 or 4 days, Grandpa could survive. He might not take a shower, he might not do some things that you want, but he could find his food. As long as there was food here, he could survive. He's not, he's got dementia, and half the time he doesn't remember who I am, but he's not that far gone. He can do things himself. He'll get, like, taking the garbage cans in today. I hear she's outside, I'm running around looking for him. I run outside and I heard the frickin' cans coming up the thing. I went out, sure, he's capable. He really is.
Ed's a lot cleaner than Dan is in certain areas.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning that, like in the kitchen, he tucks in
Oh
his
yeah,
chair.
Grandpa is.
He likes to,
He was a clean person. He cleaned. He vacuumed. He cleaned up the kitchen. I mean, he was someone who would do all that stuff. Not like me.
Salinger Law Group. There is an address on Salinger Law Group. You said you did a drawing of Grandpa. We would love to see
Oh, that
it.
would be,
Yeah.
I would really love to see that. I mean, some people make songs, some amazing things that you guys do that blow me away half the time. Even some of the comments, you know, some people write poetry in the comments
Yes,
of my
Manscaped Code is still
poems.
good, Lisa. Do we shower him daily? Not
Still
anymore. We do it every other
Every
day.
other day. I used to shower him every day, but now I shower him every other day.
He's not like clean, right? I mean, there's a surfacey level of clean. When I helped clean his house after, you know, to get it ready for
I remember that.
to sell it, it was god awful. Like it was surfacey clean, but the amount of grime and dirt everywhere was not. He just bad.
What about an assisted living? A grandpa would not qualify for any assisted living. He'd have to be in a locked memory care. And as long as I can avoid that, I will. Thank you for the poetry, love. I really appreciate that. Hi, Maxie.
He always wants to help, but Carolyn, it's mostly just out of respect.
He wants to help. He definitely wants to help. He wants to contribute. He's not done with life. He's not done being a man. He still wants to do all of those things.
But he can't do them.
He can't, but we can help him believe that he can.
But like he won't do socks anymore.
In reality,
he won't do.
In reality, think about it. Grandpa contributes more than he could possibly imagine. People are on there, everyone's on here for Grandpa. Yeah, most people are. And Grandpa gave us this platform that we're talking to you on right now in his 90s with dementia. And he contributes more than he could possibly even comprehend, which is such an amazing thing. I mean, Grandpa would be so thrilled with himself if he knew what he was doing for us and the way that it's impacted our lives, because Grandpa doesn't care about himself. He cares about his kids and his family. And so if he understood completely what he's given us,
and there's moments where he does,
man in the world.
There's moments that he does remember, and there's moments when he looks at the camera, like people say, how does he like that camera in his face all the time? Well, it's not in his face all the time, but there's recognition. He looks at the camera.
He knows.
He knows.
Sometimes when, some of we try and film mostly positive, good, fun videos, but I also post the hard times, right? I post
not all the hard times.
Not all of them. I don't post the really hard times. I don't post those where he's, unrecognizable from what you see in the videos. I'm never going to post that ever. I would never post that. But, I do post difficult times that are postable, right? Because there's people out there that are going through the same thing.
You can send him to Salinger Law Group. You can look it up, salingerlawgroup.com, and you'll find the address.
It's what is it? I don't even know what it. 9132 Elk Grove Boulevard. 9132 Elk Grove Boulevard, Elk Grove, California, 95624.
He likes his hair long.
And Grandpa does not like short hair. If you've watched videos when we cut his hair short, because when you cut it short because you don't want to have to recut it. And he looked and go, Dad, how'd you like your haircut? And he says things like, well, it'll grow back.
Santarine, you have to remember, and everybody should remember, that Dan has chosen to put his father in a certain particular character, right? In a certain light that he has shown. So there's other circumstances that Dan would never show him in because, it's not fair. He likes to keep him a happy man, a lovable man and all that stuff. So that's why he wouldn't show some of the unrecognizable things.
Yeah,
maybe something that he's more...
I don't show anything that I don't believe my dad would want me to show in his younger days, right? And you can imagine, just imagine kind of some of the stuff we go through that you can imagine. There are times, and we just don't show that. This guy told me he's a billionaire. He wouldn't believe me.
He doesn't believe it.
My dad's not that far gone. Yeah, I would never do anything that would impact my dad's dignity. And my dad is different than a lot of people. In his day, things like bad hair or having a shirt backwards wouldn't bother him. Even, if he had something on his face, he had surgery, a bandage. My dad was never bothered by those little superficial things. So I'm not I feel I have a lot of leeway because I know my dad in his prior to dementia. I don't do anything that I think he would not have approved prior to dementia, and I don't know for sure. I just do the best I can. And that's how I deal with him. Same way I feed him, the same way I believe he would eat without dementia. Eats very healthy. We don't take shortcuts with his food because my dad was a healthy eater. So I make him a healthy salad with fruit and vegetables. Today, carrots, peppers, red, yellow.
I like an eagle.
He had tomatoes. He had, chopped up carrots. He had cucumbers in his things that he would have done. He would have eaten in his day. That's how we feed him.
And that's another thing, Fly Like an Eagle. It's like people also realize that this is great footage for us and our future and our kids and their things. And when I'm dead, they can look back and they can watch my videos.
People are going to know Grandpa forever. They're going to know him forever.
I'm saying even just us, for our kids.
My great grandkids that I'll never know will know me, and they'll know my dad. I just at lunch today. I was at lunch with my mom, my dad, Mark, and my sister. And at lunch today, I was saying, I really wish that I knew Grandpa Leland, my grandfather's father. I'd love to know what he was about and how, I'd love to see how my grandfather got traits from him, my dad, because I know how, myself and my brothers have picked things up from my dad, and I know my dad's picked things up from my grandfather, because they're passed down. So I would have loved to have known that. And our future generations are going to have this locked in. They're not going to have to wonder. They're going to know, and we're real. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. They're going to know what their ancestors were like. And that's something that we didn't have 100 years ago.
Joe, there's many hate pages out about us.
Ellen, not at all.
It's part of what happens with creators and people who get popular and people who get the attention and so on and so forth. They just find everything they can.
And that's fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Hate doesn't bother me because I know what I'm doing. Right? It doesn't matter whether I was on here or not. It wouldn't. If I stopped social media tomorrow, my life would remain very much the same, other than being on social media. My life with my dad would be the same. You're not reading anything from your fans. I don't know what that means.
Right, because it seems to me we're reading everything from our followers.
I definitely recommend marriage. I love marriage. I love having a bond and a commitment and being partners in life against everything. Social media, whatever comes at you in life, it's great to have a partner that no matter what. That's my rock. And no matter how much you fight or are angry at each other or whatever, if you have that bond, it's something that can keep you sane and keep you going and keep you, alive. Hannah, where is Hannah? I don't know where she is.
She's
with her boyfriend.
Yeah. No, he just had his orientation today for his F1.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it starts on Monday.
Grandpa's in bed. He's in the other room right here. My dad was born in Seattle, Washington, and like at 6 months he moved to Oakland, California.
Hardest part about marriage, personalities. I mean, it's hard. You're with somebody day in and day out all the time. It's hard. It's patience,
I'm drinking Budweiser.
Everybody has their own issues, their irritations, their everything else, and it's just coping with all those.
Thanks, Cahill. I appreciate that.
Ow.
Thanks, Callie. I appreciate that.
Oh, Sarah, they do. I mean,
Oakland was not rough when my dad.
I just try to hope that people can see the sun and the true light that beams down, because that's the only reason why I bring up trolls, because I try to teach them. And like I said, some of them come back and apologize.
AB, my dad was a foot doctor.
Woodford. Whiskey. What are you looking at?
I was looking at the whiskey we have over there.
We don't have whiskey.
Can I please, you can message, Callum, you message me for advice. I'll tell you, if you message me and you don't hear back within like a day or two, it's probably not going to happen. You might want to message again. I try, if you get an answer from me, it's usually when I see it and it's really quick. Kathy or Cahill, people send stuff to my dad to my office, the Salinger Law Group. You can find it on the internet. He is probably sleeping by now, yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Pops is probably asleep.
me,
Ashley,
sir.
what are you doing?
Stop. That's not for you to eat. I know you're licking your lips.
I have this wonderful, I cannot wait to eat. Oh, look at Baxi. Look at that sweet dog. That dog sleeps with me, by the way.
No, he slept with Hannah all night.
Yeah, but normally he sleeps with me. Look at that Baxi. That's what I live for. Those animals, I'll tell you. How you doing in Puerto Vallarta? I love Puerto Vallarta. I went up on one of those, parachute things with a boat, speedboat, and I survived, so I'm happy. When you get up there, man, Puerto Vallarta, when you get like a mile out of the town, it is like the Amazon out there. I want to be the dog as you were kissing the dog. All right, I'm starving. Or you want to eat?
I'm not starving, but I'm thirsty. I need some more water.
All right, guys. It is what we've been on for about almost an hour and a half, or almost more than an hour and a half. So, if you guys have not, the one thing I would, first of all, a follow would be greatly appreciated. And beyond the follow, if you could check out the poem that I posted today, that would be greatly appreciated. I watch the poems more than any of the other videos because I write them, right, and do them. So they may not get the views that Grandpa gets. They may get 10% of the views, but those are my favorite posts.
I gotta continue watching Sister Wives. I'm excited.
If you could check the poem out, it would be greatly appreciated.
I'm almost done with season 6.
Yeah,
there was like 22 episodes. I bring it.
You don't watch my poems, so watch an extra time for knowing Danielle didn't watch it.
Jackie, I don't have my account back yet. They won't give it back to me. So I'm not due for a sub live for a minute. So
you lost the appeal?
Well, they haven't responded to all my messages. I send them every day.
All right. Well, did you submit an appeal when they asked you?
Yes, and they denied it. So I had to send them proof. I had to send them proof that I was talking about a show. So I showed the show, and I told them there's forums, and I showed a naked woman that they allow, but I can't talk about a show that was on. So I'm just saying, I tried. I'm trying.
I do.
Anyhow,
guys, thank you so much for hanging.
Happy Friday.
I'm going to try and get on maybe this weekend with my dad on YouTube, but we'll see what happens. If not, we'll see you on Monday.
TLC, Heather.
Thank you, user. I appreciate it.
Don't start. It's bad.
You guys have a wonderful night.
It's addiction.
Happy Friday.
He did not write a poem about me at all, but nice try.
I sure have.
Bye, guys. Love you. Have a good night. Sleep. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.